I've been playing fighting games for a while, and as I've become better and more experienced, I started introducing games to newer players. Whether it be through personal acquaintances at locals or on my stream, I've played with a lot of beginners. During these sessions, I've come across a certain type of unhealthy behavior. This is an emotion that is quite common amongst all competitive activity, and is the entry point to a negative spiral. That's right, salt. But not just any kind of salt. It's the too much focus on winning salt. The one where you count the number of wins and get upset if it's not more than the number of losses. And in this video, I would like to talk about why this can be a detrimental behavior and what players can do to shift this mindset to a more positive and productive one. Alright, let's first start with analyzing why focusing on wins can be detrimental. Considering that one of the main objectives of competition are to win, this statement can come off a bit odd, so let me explain. First off, there is nothing inherently wrong with chasing wins. It should be one of your main goals. The problem though occurs when players do it in bad situations. To show you what I mean, let's first look at a typical cycle in traditional sports. In sports such as baseball and soccer, players generally follow these three basic steps: study, practice, and application. Players and coaches first analyze things such as game and players, figure out what needs to be improved, practice that, and apply those skills to matches. And once the matches end, the cycle repeats. The problem with fighting games is that the study and practice section is often ignored or taken very lightly. There are two main reasons behind this. One is that not many players, especially beginners, want to analyze replays or spend hours in training mode practicing. People just want to play the game, which is totally understandable. It is a casual hobby for most people after all. Second, it's really easy to find matches. If you play popular games such as Street Fighter or Guilty Gear, you're most likely going to find matches within minutes. This is very different compared to traditional sports where one game may take days and sometimes even months to prepare. This gap in matches gives time for players and coaches to reflect on matches and prepare for the next one. These two aspects create a huge problem. You can potentially have players who spend tens and hundreds of hours playing a game with very little improvement. And if this player is a beginner, there is a higher chance that the play sessions can result in more losses than wins. And you can easily imagine the devastation this can bring to a player who focuses too much on wins. So what can you do to alleviate this problem? One is that you can follow the traditional sports approach and incorporate more study and practice sessions while reducing the number of matches. The problem with this is that some people don't know what to study or how to practice. And for that, I recommend watching or reading guides made by knowledgeable people, or asking for help on social media such as chat rooms, forums, and streams. The other thing you can do is to treat matches as a place for practice. Rather than focusing on whether you win or not, create small goals before or within the match and focus on achieving those. For example, you can set goals such as anti-air a specific jump-in, block a certain mix-up, or whiff punish a certain attack. And if you've accomplished a goal, you should be proud that you achieved it even if you've lost the match. By doing this, you've now shifted the focus from winning to growth. Not only is this a more positive and productive mindset, you've also started thinking more about the context of the matches rather than just the results. Instead of asking yourself if you won the match, you can now start asking yourself, did I make my opponent stop jumping? I sure did. Go me. And for people asking, what if I couldn't achieve my goals? Should I feel bad? No. If a goal was too difficult to achieve, it creates a great opportunity to go back to the drawing board to ask yourself why you couldn't do it. Man, I had so much trouble anti-airing the opponent, but after watching the replay, I've noticed the player was jumping in from a very specific range, making my anti-air miss or hard to time. I'm going to try different anti-airs or just try to avoid going into that range. The important thing here is that just like shifting your focus away from wins and losses, you can shift your negativity from failure and use this as an opportunity to grow. Did I fail to anti-air? Sure. But did I laugh afterwards so that I have something new to try next time? Yup. Am I one step closer to my goal? Absolutely. And as you continue this cycle of small improvements, you will eventually build enough skill sets to, well, start winning. The crucial thing is to make small goals, pursue them, and get excited when achieving them. Alright, to summarize, 1. Playing a lot of matches is fine, but if you want to improve, make sure to take at least a little bit of time to study and practice. 2. When playing matches, you should focus on achieving small goals. Train your mind to look at the context of the matches rather than just the result itself. Lastly, remember to pat yourself on the back every time you succeed in improving. As a heads up, this thought process is pretty common amongst high-level players. If you visit their streams, you can sometimes see them practicing new things during matches, even if it costs them the win. This is because they understand that these small improvements are much more important on the long run, and the wins will eventually follow. Hope that helped. If you have any special thought process you do during matches, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. Alright, until next time, have fun with fighting games.